Eliot Engel represented this county for 32 years. He died earlier this month. His political era is already gone. The question worth asking is, what replaced it? This is the Westchester Brief. I'm Jim. Let's get into it. Former Congressman Eliot Engel died on Friday, April 10th at the age of 79. Parkinson's disease. He had been in declining health. Engel represented parts of southern Westchester and the North Bronx in the U.S. House of Representatives for 32 years, from 1989 to 2021. He chaired the House Foreign Affairs Committee from 2019 to 2021. County Executive Ken Jenkins issued a statement honoring his legacy. Tributes have landed across regional press for the past week. This is not an obituary. Engel's career has been covered thoroughly since his death. The more useful question for Westchester is what his long tenure actually represented and what has taken its place. For most of Engel's 32 years, southern Westchester was represented by a particular kind of Democrat. Establishment, moderate on most issues, foreign policy focused, strong on Israel, strong on Armenia, strong on the transatlantic relationship, reliable on constituent services, part of the generation of New York Democrats that ran the House through the late Obama years and into the first Trump administration. Then, in 2020, Jamaal Bowman, a middle school principal and first-time candidate, beat Engel in the Democratic primary. It was one of the most consequential political upsets in Westchester's modern history. Bowman's win was powered by progressive movement energy, young voters, and a district that had quietly shifted demographically while Engel was focused on committee work in Washington. Then, in 2024, Bowman lost to George Latimer, the long-serving Westchester County executive at the time, now the current NY16 congressman. Latimer's win was powered by the county Democratic establishment and significant outside spending, particularly from pro-Israel groups. It was also a reset. In 6 years, southern Westchester went from 32 years of stable establishment representation to a progressive insurgent back to an establishment figure with a completely different profile than Engel's. That is a significant reframing in a short window, and the district is still, arguably, figuring out what it wants to be. Here is why this matters right now. Engel's death closes a political era that most of southern Westchester's elected officials today came up inside. The next generation of Westchester Democrats, state senators, county legislators, mayors, school board members, did not run against Engel. They ran in a district shaped by his long tenure, by Bowman's insurgency, and by Latimer's restoration. Their politics are different, their coalitions are different, and their definition of what a Westchester Democrat is supposed to stand for is still moving. Engel was also the last of a cohort. Nita Lowey, Sue Kelly, Eliot Engel. Christopher Shays next door in Connecticut, a generation of suburban representatives who built careers on a particular model of service that required long tenure, deep committee work, and a specific relationship with Washington. That model is not coming back. The harder question for Westchester is whether the current moment produces another kind of representative that lasts 32 years, or whether long tenures are simply over. The evidence points to the latter. The district map is different. The primary electorate is different. The media environment is different, and the appetite for long incumbencies is visibly lower than it was. Engel's legacy is best measured by what he built and what he enabled. Constituent relationships, the Foreign Affairs Committee's Armenia resolution, the post-Cold War U.S.-Europe framework, and by what his defeat in 2020 signaled. The moment has passed, whether one liked it or not. Watch what happens at his memorial. Watch which officials show up and which ones don't. Watch how Latimer talks about him. And watch for the first state senator or county legislator who tries to claim the old Engel lane publicly. That will tell you whether the establishment mantle is up for grabs or whether southern Westchester has genuinely moved on. Here is what else is happening across Westchester this week. The State of the County address is next Wednesday, May 6th. County Executive Ken Jenkins will frame the county's fiscal posture for the next 12 months. Expect affordability, utility costs, and the budget gap to be the dominant frames. The Con Edison rate fight continues. We covered the numbers yesterday. $5.32 a month for the average household, and the county's push for in-person hearings. Watch the Public Service Commission's response over the next 2 weeks.